Have you ever found yourself crying over something that isn't even happening in your life? Or maybe you've walked into a meeting and suddenly felt an overwhelming wave of anxiety, despite knowing you have no reason to feel it. These aren't coincidences. You're not too sensitive. What you're experiencing is emotional absorption, a hidden phenomenon where you unconsciously take on the energy of those around you. It's like wearing someone else's jacket, only this one is drenched in their emotional storm. Let's pause for a second. Think about the last time you felt inexplicably drained, angry, or sad. Reflect. Were those feelings yours, or were they echoes from someone else? This might feel subtle at first, like background noise in a cafe. But over time, this emotional clutter grows louder, heavier, and harder to ignore. And if you don't recognize it for what it is, it can shape how you see the world and yourself. In this video, we're not just going to talk about identifying these foreign emotions. We'll uncover the subtle ways they creep into your life, how they hijack your mental space, and, most importantly, how to clear them for good. Emotional absorption doesn't always announce itself loudly. It creeps in, masquerading as your own thoughts and feelings. Here's how to know if you're carrying emotional baggage that isn't yours. Your energy levels fluctuate dramatically in social settings. Have you ever walked into a room full of people and felt a sudden wave of exhaustion? This isn't just introvert burnout. When you're absorbing other people's emotions, it's like your energy reserves are drained before you can even realize what's happening. Example: you go to a party feeling excited, but after talking to a particularly stressed out friend, you feel completely wiped. This isn't just sympathy, it's absorption. You feel responsible for fixing everyone's problems. Empaths often have a subtle urge to fix emotions they didn't create. If you're constantly solving problems that aren't yours or worrying about how to make someone else feel better, ask yourself, why do I feel this is my responsibility? Lingering emotional fog. After conversations, if you replay interactions in your head, analyzing what was said, how it was said, and how the other person might feel, you're likely still carrying their emotional energy. Personal reflection. Think back to a time when someone vented to you. Did you walk away feeling lighter, or were you carrying their burden hours or even days later? Physical symptoms that mirror emotional energy. Unexplained tension in your shoulders, a headache after someone confides in you, or an upset stomach after being in a chaotic environment. These are physical manifestations of emotional absorption. Example: a coworker vents their anger at you. Even after the conversation ends, you feel a tightness in your chest as if the anger became yours. Let's get real. If you're absorbing other people's emotions, there's a reason. It's not because you're weak or too soft. In fact, it's likely tied to some deeply personal and psychological factors. Hypervigilance from past experiences. Many emotional absorbers grew up in unstable environments, homes where you had to constantly read the emotional temperature to stay safe. This conditioned you to tune into other people's feelings before your own. Reflection. Were you the peacemaker in your family? Did you learn to anticipate anger or sadness before it exploded? A deep desire for harmony. If you're someone who values peace and connection, you may unconsciously take on others' emotions to restore balance. This often leads to suppressing your own feelings in favor of keeping the peace. Your energetic sensitivity. Not everyone feels emotions the way you do. You're not just intuitive, you're energetically open. While this makes you great at understanding others, it also leaves you vulnerable to taking on energy that doesn't belong to you. Here's where it gets tricky. The more you absorb others' emotions, the more disconnected you become from your own. This can lead to identity confusion. If you're constantly carrying other people's feelings, how do you know what's truly yours? You might mistake their fear for your hesitation or their sadness for your dissatisfaction. Example: a friend's anxiety about their career makes you question your own, even though you felt fine before the conversation. Emotional exhaustion. Carrying the weight of emotions that aren't yours is like running a marathon with someone else's backpack. It's exhausting, unsustainable, and robs you of your joy. Poor decision-making. When your emotional state is clouded by others' energy, it's harder to make decisions that align with your true self. You might make choices out of guilt, obligation, or confusion. This is the heart of the matter. Here's how to become a detective of your own emotions and separate your feelings from others. The before and after test. Whenever you feel an emotion, ask yourself, did I feel this way before interacting with this person or entering this space? If the answer is no, there's a good chance the emotion isn't yours. The body scan exercise. Take a moment to close your eyes and scan your body from head to toe. Notice where you feel tension or discomfort. Ask yourself, is this feeling familiar or does it feel foreign? This helps you identify energy that doesn't belong to you. Set emotional anchors. Before entering potentially draining situations, take a moment to ground yourself. Remind yourself of your current emotional state. For example, I feel calm and happy right now, so you can recognize any shifts. The projection check. People often project their emotions onto others. If someone accuses you of being angry or distant, pause and ask, is this how I feel, or are they projecting their own state onto me? Now that you've identified what's not yours, here's how to release it and reclaim your energy. Energetic release. Rituals. Visualization. Close your eyes and imagine the emotion as a dark cloud around you. Visualize it dissolving into light and returning to its source. Physical release. Shake your body, stretch, or even dance to physically release stuck energy. Boundary setting in real time. If someone starts emotionally unloading on you, it's okay to say, I hear you, but I can't take this on right now. Setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's self-preservation. Daily energy cleansing. Incorporate a short practice into your day to clear accumulated energy. This could be as simple as a shower where you visualize the water washing away any emotions that aren't yours. Anchor in your own energy. Regularly reconnect with what makes you feel like you, whether it's journaling, walking in nature, or listening to your favorite music. These activities help you center yourself and strengthen your energetic boundaries. Here's the twist. Your ability to absorb emotions is also your greatest strength. It means you have an extraordinary capacity for empathy, connection, and understanding. But here's the thing. This gift is only valuable when you learn how to control it, instead of letting it control you. Imagine living a life where you can sense others' emotions without being consumed by them. A life where you're deeply compassionate without losing yourself. That's the power you unlock when you reclaim your energy. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by someone else's emotions, remember, you have the power to release what isn't yours and step fully into your own.